Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about this one thing that, always comes up. Oh, Jordan, how come no business ever reaches out to you to give you something for you to talk about or do? Well, the answer would be, I'm not a YouTube mate. And I don't get a lot of looking and watch on my films. The grounds to why businesses reach out to folks is that they want their stuff talked about on your film. And if you don't have enough folks watching your films, they're gonna be like, "Oh well, you don't get a lot of folks watching. So who's gonna watch your film to see our thing that we want you to talk about or to work with or whatever the fuck the deal is?" So that's why no one reaches out to me. If they would look at my films, they'd say, "Oh, you're only getting you only got 7 looks or 7 watches." Well, we don't have nothing to do with that, because who's going to watch your film? It's like, okay, Pepsi's like, "Well, we can't do Mountain Dew Zero." Why? Because you only get 7 views and only 7 folks saw it. And then there's a whole bunch of other shit, because then if someone did reach out to me, then then under law I'd have to tell everyone, "Oh, I'm talking about Pepsi. Pepsi wants me to talk about Pepsi Zero, Mountain Dew Zero, so that's what I'm going to talk about." I do got Pepsi Diet Pepsi or Pepsi Zero. I do. But you know what I mean. So that's why no one reaches out to me. Because really, it's not going to work out. So anyway, but then if someone did, it would be like this. Here's my guess of how it would go down like. Now keep in mind, no one's never going to reach out to me. I don't have a lot of watch time. I don't got a lot of looks or watches on my film. I never will. For whatever grounds, it just does not happen. Maybe it has something to do with what time I'm making my films or how I'm making my films. I really don't care. It'd be like this. Say Pepsi would want to reach out to me. Well, first off, here's the first thing Pepsi would go, "We want to reach out to you to talk about, our Pepsi Zero or our Diet Pepsi. But, I don't think we can. You don't have a lot of watch time. And you don't got a lot of watch and looking on your film, so I don't think it's going to work out." Yeah, we all know it's not going to work out. And then again, I don't know if I can be business-wise friendly too. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be business-wise friendly. We looked at some of your old films, the ones that get a lot of watch time, and some of our stuff, it might not be business-friendly or business-wise friendly. And then I would lose the backing or affording. Actually, hell, they wouldn't be backing and affording me anyway at that point. No business would ever reach out to me because, well, first off, my films don't get a lot of looking or a lot of watch. Alright? 2, some of the films that did get a lot of looking and a lot of watching happen to be films that businesses might not want to have anything to do with, would be unbusiness-wise friendly. But then again, I don't really give 2 shits about being business-wise friendly because I'm not a YouTube mate. You see, I'm not making income from Google and YouTube, so I don't have to have business-wise is playing in the beginning, middle, and end of my films. And since I'm not have anything to do with any of that, I don't have to tell anyone that, "Oh, I'm going to be talking about Diet Pepsi or whatever." Well, the truth is, I would only have to do that if Pepsi actually reached out and had me talk about their stuff. But that will never happen. So anytime I talk about stuff, it's on my free will. Alright? no one ever reaching out for me for no one never reached out for me for nothing. Alright? And then most likely I'd probably do something that probably am losing the deal anyway. It would be like, well, you didn't make it. You didn't get a lot of watch time on your films. You didn't get a lot of looks on your films, and I don't really think that we can keep this business affording and backing going. I think we made a mistake. Yeah, I think you did. I don't see how you could mistake me for Natalie Tang or any one of these bigger YouTube talkers or speakers out there. Yeah, and you need and the watch time you're getting isn't working out. Yeah, and it's always going to be that way. I'm sad we can't do business with each other. I'm sad that I'm on business-wise friendly. I'm sad that my films don't get the looking and watching they should. All kinds of stuff. And you don't. Yeah, and it is what it is. So that would go, and that would be it. But that would never happen. And I know there's a lot of folks on YouTube that say never, but I do know there are some things that will never happen. One, no one will never reach out to me, because why would they? They reach out to me, they look at my films, they see how some go a lot of watch time, but they see how a lot of them don't. And they'd see that I wasn't no YouTube business mate, and then they would see a bunch of other things they didn't like. Yes, it's true, I am in good standing with YouTube followership oversight. I am in good standing with the ownership law as it is right now, and I'm good standing with YouTube oversight of business. Yes, and I'm also in good standing with the child shielding needed deed, which, I'm in good standing with that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, yeah. And I'm actually happy that I'm not having anyone reach out to me or do this or do that. Because then if they did, I'd have to come on and tell everyone under law that I was talking about Diet Pepsi or Pepsi Zero, whatever it was. And then I'd really have to watch what I said and did. It wasn't good enough that you were in good standing with YouTube over followership and ownership and, and business doings. It wasn't good enough, because then you had to be business-wise friendly. Which, if you looked at some of my films that I made a long time ago, the ones that got a lot of watching, a lot of looking, someone would know that those would be unbusiness friendly anyway. And that wouldn't work out. And then truthfully, it's not like if someone says, oh, if you go now, you can get a promo code or whatever a business code, a business word. And the business word is Jordan. So remember, you put that in, you'll get 25 cents off. Okay, 25 off. Well, that's never going to happen. Pepsi is never going to reach out to me to talk about any of their drinks. I'm never going to have to tell anyone under law that I'm talking about Pepsi or their drinks. And it is what it is. So at the end of the day, that's all I got to say. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.